today I'm here to talk about my second brand for the series that I was doing on my Instagram about like businesses with a vision, and this one is called Koh Living, which is a small Australian brand run by two best friends. So I will show you guys the products and talk a little bit more about them, but I wanted to talk first and foremost about Koh Living and the reason why I'm making them my second brand in this series. So if you jump onto the Koh Living website, which I will leave the link to in the description thing somewhere up there, but basically if I read it to you, they've got, as Koh was evolved, so has our vision. Today key pieces in our range are also sustainable and socially responsible, so every part of your gift makes a difference, whether it's supporting a talented Indigenous artist, treading softly on the earth, or helping kids receive a better education. Which is essentially what I'm trying to say, is that like Koh Living has these brilliant values, and they not only source good quality products and products that are obviously a beautiful gift, but they're also products that have a larger impact. They have obviously Indigenous art and Aboriginal gifts, which is what I have chose to purchase from today from their shop, but they also have stuff like tea towels, mugs, journals, drink bottles, coasters, candles, carousels, candle holders, small accessories to go along with those sorts of things. And then they obviously have a huge Indigenous art range, which as they mention here is working with Indigenous artists, so it's not, you know, ripping off Aboriginal art or anything like that. So they also are an Australian brand, so they're based in Victoria, which again is something that I love, to be able to support a brand that is not only sourcing from you know, within and around Australia, but is also based in Australia. So yeah, I will link their Instagram as well. I've found it quite enjoyable to see the girls jump onto their Instagram and to talk a little bit about their favourite products and new products, and they talk to you about not only what the actual product is, but the sourcing of the product as well, which is something that I find very interesting, and I like to know where the products are coming from, or how they're impacting where they're purchasing them from, that sort of thing. So it's something that I can't stress enough: when you're purchasing Indigenous products, Indigenous art, Indigenous items, it's really, really important that you're checking that it's actually coming from an Indigenous person or an Indigenous community, because otherwise you're not helping them benefit in any way. It's doing the complete opposite. You know, it's not culturally appropriate for someone who's not Indigenous to be making and selling and earning from Indigenous art and Indigenous products. So that's what the Indigenous art code is so important, to have a look for that sort of thing, because that will guarantee that this is being responsibly sourced. So anyway, I'm going to take you over there, which is actually the box that I received them in. Shipping was really fast as well. I think it took just over a week, maybe close to 2. So first of all, when I opened up the box last night, I couldn't wait, you guys. I saw this little handwritten note, which I thought was really sweet, just that they you know, took the time to write me something. I thought that was really nice. And the journal came wrapped in this gorgeous paper, so this was a great choice as well. And then this here is the journal that I mentioned, and it is just, it's beautiful, like so nice and soft. It's so hard to explain as well. So I purchased that for my mum, who's just started studying again. So as I said, the journal itself was $19.95. And then the cups are $17.95. We have got the kangaroo sunset, the desert waterhole, the hunting parenti, goannas, parenti, the Finky River, the bearded dragons, and the emus, which honestly they're all so beautiful. It's so hard for me to kind of choose who I'm going to give what to. As you can see, they obviously come in a beautiful little gift box, which makes it so easy to wrap up. So that's why I'm really stoked that I got these. There is a little bit of a blurb on the back here about the Indigenous artist who they worked with. Just tells you a little bit about her story, and if I can find an Instagram for her, I will also pop that in the description above. So it just says on here, and this is just like a little message from Koh Living, but it says the designs in this collection were inspired by the artist's life in a remote Aboriginal community. This design depicts Aboriginal children playing with bearded dragons and creating their own fun. So they just explain it quite easily a little bit about each mug on the side here. And as you can see, there's the $17.95 price tag. So if we open this up, and another thing that I find incredibly sweet is that on the inside of each of these mugs is just a little blurb about the actual product. So, Aboriginal children living in a remote community playing with bearded dragons and creating their own fun. So also on the gift in the actual cup, it does explain what the artwork is inspired by. So as you can see, just the actual artwork is obviously gorgeous, but it's also just a beautiful quality cup. The emu one, which is the emu is a sacred bird for Aboriginal people and is the subject of many Dreamtime stories. I think I have a co-worker who really likes red, so I'm thinking this one will be hers. And this is actually the same print, I believe, as the one on the journal, and I thought it was a beautiful idea if you were looking for kind of like a little gift set to do something like the cup and the journal, or they have coasters as well which match these Indigenous paintings. So this one is the ancient Finke River in Central Australia is a source of life for Aboriginal people living in the deserts. And I must say as well, they were the box itself was not handled particularly well by Australia Post, so I was a bit frightened, but the girls at Koh Living packaged this so safely. Like, this is absolutely chock-a-block with these, and they were packaged in very securely, so yeah, not a single one was chipped or dented, which is brilliant. And this is the parenting one, which I absolutely love. This is probably my favourite design. It says, the desert people of Central Australia hunting parenting for food. Which is, yeah, I don't know, I really love goannas. So it, of course, wouldn't be a proper Australian or Indigenous Australian haul if there wasn't some kangaroos involved. And this one is super sweet as well. It says, kangaroos, a sacred animal for Aboriginal people, are on the move at sunset. This is such a beautiful one as well. This one and the parenting one is probably my favourites. And the bearded dragon one as well. And then last but not least, we have the waterhole one, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous cup as well. Look at that, isn't that so beautiful? The colours came out so like vibrant and pretty. I'm in love with these cups. So knowledge and stories of the land which are passed down through generations of Aboriginal people reveal the locations of such sacred sites. And this is obviously about the water holes, and that's just a little blurb inside there. So, as I think I've already mentioned, I absolutely love the values of Koh Living. That is Koh Living. I think I have probably told you everything that I would like to talk about. And yeah, I guess I'll leave all the appropriate links in the story description. So I will have in there a link to the Koh Living website, a link to the Koh Living Instagram, the link to the artist who they worked with, which is Kathleen Buzzacott, and anything else that I might have mentioned and have forgotten. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the second installment of my Business with a Vision series. I'm actually recording 2 episodes of this today, so you guys will see another episode coming out probably quite quickly after this one. So yeah, take care. I will see you in the next one.